Hi, YouTubers. It's Evan X video last week. We entering rant right now. So entering rant as of December 14th, 2020. So freaking cool. So anyway, something pretty freaking cool. I want to discuss right now borderline content on YouTube versus totally inappropriate content on YouTube. What is the difference? So, what is the main difference between borderline content and totally inappropriate content on YouTube? The main difference is the level of the controversy. Take inappropriate language for a very good example. Inappropriate language is a wonderful example. For example, if you say the F word once at the beginning of your video, that's probably borderline content. So it's like ideally you should keep strong profanity like the F word, the word fuck out of the first 30 seconds of your video. If you say the F word once at the beginning of your video, you're probably not going to get demonetized. Obviously, for the last damn time, I do not work for YouTube. So I am not a YouTube employee, so take this with a grain of salt. And I'm not liable if anything happens to your channel. So take it with a grain of salt. Anyway, that's a good example of borderline content, is saying the F word once or twice at the beginning of your video. Example of like totally ad-friendly content would be you're at a minute and 30 seconds and you drop the F-bomb. Totally fine for ads as long as it's just once or twice in a 5-10 minute video, that kind of crap. So totally fine. Example of content would be totally inappropriate would be like saying F word, F word, F word, F word, 5 times in a row. Obviously not, obviously uncensored. That's example of just totally inappropriate content where advertisers just don't feel comfortable. So in a situation where you say the F word, the word fuck, once at the beginning of your video, that's probably safe for ads. And even though the YouTube says keep strong profanity out of the first 30 seconds of your video, you can probably still monetize it. Obviously, for the last damn time, I do not work for YouTube. So anyway, example of the borderline content. 2-3 times the beginning of your video, then you're getting to more borderline content. And you probably want to checkmark strong profanity, and some advertisers feel okay, some advertisers don't feel okay. And what YouTube is really trying to do now over the last probably year or two is, separate content that is borderline from content that's just off limits. So obviously advertisers are not interested in advertising racial slurs, homophobic content, derogatory content. That's just off limits. They're trying to separate borderline from totally inappropriate. Somebody who's saying the F word twice at the beginning of the video and 2 more times from somebody who's saying the F word, 50 times in the video, 100 times in the video, which is just totally inappropriate. So and I think YouTube has gotten better over the years. They do have this self-certification program, which basically you check off light profanity like damn and hell, strong profanity like the F word, the word fuck, and then you have extreme profanity like the N word, that kind of stuff, all that kind of nasty stuff. So all that really nasty stuff, like the N word, homophobic, derogatory content, which is just really nasty. So anyway, that's the difference. So like in this video, for example, I've used the F word 3 times so far. I'm totally safe for running ads because, for example, I've used the F word 3 times. However, it's all been outside of the first 30 seconds of the video, and this video is almost 4 minutes long. Totally fine for ads, even though I've dropped the F-bomb 3 times. That's the main difference. So I think as YouTube evolves, as we enter 2021, hopefully there'll be more discrepancy. Is that the word for it? More differentiation, differentiation between borderline content versus totally inappropriate. Because I see a lot of, borderline content, from just totally off limits. I mean, obviously, I don't think really any advertiser wants to just hear someone say F word, F word, F word, F word, 50, 100 times, 200 times. That's likely to be also age restricted. So, but somebody saying F word 2 times at the beginning of your video, that's more borderline. And more advertisers, what YouTube's really trying to do overall is encourage more advertisers to advertise on more edgier content. So that's really what YouTube's trying to do. Anyway, this video is almost 5 minutes long. I'm not going to ramble on any longer, and take everything with a freaking grain of salt. I'm not a YouTube employee. I have no professional experience. I'm just a basic, small-time, very, 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 very small-time YouTuber. I do not work for YouTube. I don't have a YouTube license. I'm just a basic YouTuber, so I'm not liable for anything that happens to your channel. The reason I say that, quick little rant here, is because I've had some people who think, oh, you're making YouTube videos. You must be like a YouTube employee. No, I'm not. Oh, you must be, professional advice, like a big freaking, PewDiePie. No, I'm not. It's like, oh, you must be like all kinds of, wonderful, professional this and this and this, all that kind of crap, No, I'm not. Take everything I say with a grain of salt, because I'm not liable if anything happens to your channel. It's your risk, it's your channel, it's your risk to take. Anyway, just a quick little rant there. Anyway, big ass here for life, pretty freaking cool. Bye.